dear students, in the previous session we discussed about the general classification and also few properties of kingdom Plantae. Regarding that, we find this kingdom from two kingdom classification, 3 kingdom, 4 kingdom and 5 kingdom also. So here in today's session we are going to discuss about the first division of kingdom Plantae, that is Thallophyta, commonly called as algae, right? So we are going to take up the first division called as Thallophyta, and it's commonly called as division algae or algae, right? So here when it comes to our mind, directly plants that you refer that the green color, or for green color you directly give an example called plants. So here almost all the organisms which comes under kingdom Plantae are green in color, but only few of the organisms which are present in this division can exhibit various colors also, that may be red and brown even, right? So here in case of that we found 3 different classes again in these. So those are Chlorophyceae, and second is Phaeophyceae, third one Rhodophyceae. Now, out of these 3, first we will take up the Rhodophyceae and commonly called this as a Chlorophyta. And this word represent you, chloro refers to green in color, where they possess a photosynthetic pigments responsible for photosynthesis are of 2 types. So those are predominant pigments, major one anta helake, and accessory pigments. And these here, first one predominant chlorophyll, and the chlorophyll possess 4 different type of pigments. I will write over here A, B, C, D. But in case of Chlorophyceae, there will be a presence of only chlorophyll A and B as a major pigment, and accessory pigments are xanthophyll and carotenoid, right? So these 2 are the accessory pigments. And next we will move to the other property, the organism structure, how they resemble or how they look like. They are thallus-like organism, they possess thallus-like organism where they cannot be differentiated into root, stem and leaves separately, right? So they cannot be differentiated into root, stem and leaves separately, but they possess root-like structures and are called as rhizoids in higher organisms only, right? They possess a root-like structures, root bere root-like anno word bere nenpitkoli, and the root-like structures are called as rhizoids. And then later various forms of algae are found they possess a spherical shape or ovoid shape or elongated filamentous structure. Like this it will be there, and in that you can find filamentous structure. It may be Eulothrix or Spirogyra, or it may be ovoid in nature, ovoid in structure, and the example is Chlamydomonas, right? They may be erect structure, that means they grow maybe up to 60 meters in the water, extend their structure up to 60 meters in water, and the example is Cara. Adana Chara antanadru heltare, but the exact pronunciation is Cara. This is one best example you can find. And here the organisms will be of unicellular and multicellular also, right? The organisms will be unicellular, motile, various forms are there anta helidnalla, adike examples. They may be unicellular motile one, and the example is Chlamydomonas, and the next example we'll take here is unicellular non-motile. Unicellular same hige irutte, barkoli ನೀವು, unicellular non-motile, and the example here is Chlorella. Next is filamentous unbranched. Unbranched structure ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಹೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲು Eulothrix and Spirogyra. Eulothrix and Spirogyra are the two examples of this. And filamentous branched. So here it is filamentous branched. So for this example is Cara you can give. So otherwise Cladophora are the example. And next colonial organism. Colonial andre group alli irtade, right? For colonial you can give Volvox. So this is a best example. And with umbrella like structure, and the example is Acetabularia. So here this is the largest one, right? So here when we find the different structures, they may be unicellular motile, movable capacity there, and flagella. Here you can note that the flagella provides or act as a locomotory structure. So due to the presence of flagella only, they can move from one region to the other. Either it may be a spore or maybe a whole organism can move from one region to the other. For example, it may for reproduction also, right? So this here flagella helps in locomotory activity, right? If the flagella is absent, and it becomes a non-motile one. Right? Unicellular motile Chlamydomonas, unicellular non-motile Chlorella, filamentous unbranched Eulothrix and Spirogyra, filamentous branched Cara, Cladophora, and colonial Volvox, umbrella-like structure, that is Acetabularia. Right? So regarding the different structure or various forms of algae, we'll move to the next concept here, the cell structure. How it will be the cell structure? When it comes to a cell of a plant body, algal plant body, you can find that outermost cell wall. So this is considered as outermost cell wall. Interior to this it will be a presence of plasma membrane. Right? This is considered as a plasma membrane. If the cell wall is removed, then that is the condition is called as protoplast. Protoplast anta yavag heltivi antandre cell wall na remove madiddaga matra. Okay na? So here cell wall and inner to this there will be a cytoplasm, right? So this is what the structure of a plant cell. And if you consider Chlamydomonas, there will be ovoid in structure, where at the top end apical region it becomes pointed anta heltivi. Idu next now nodana, iga beda. Okay, so here this will be the presence of cell wall. In case of algae, some are made up of single wall layer, single cell wall layer, single cell wall, and the cell wall component will be cellulose, and it is the predominant cell wall component in plant kingdom. Whole plant kingdom alli cellulose will be the predominant chemical component which forms a outer cell wall. But when come to the some of the algae, there will be a presence of two layered cell wall. Two layered cell wall. Two layered cell wall. And the outermost layer which is deposited or formed with a chemical component called as pectate, and sometimes I am telling about this, sometimes only chitin will also be there. Chitin sometimes ashte, but majority two layered cell wall ittu andre adu pectate made anteli heltivi, outermost layer, and other is innermost layer, and this again made up of the same component called as cellulose, right? So regarding the cell wall, and this is the major property of all the plants, cell wall annuvantadu. And next, when come to the interior of this, you can find the presence of nucleus little bit parietally or marginally, and later, as we know that this is photosynthetic organism, it possesses a photosynthetic cell organelle called as chloroplast. This is called as chloroplast, and this chloroplast consists of photosynthetic pigment. Along with this, there will be a presence of idan vargade barkontini. This is called as a chloroplast. There will be a presence of thylakoids and also photosynthetic pigments inside that, and including this, there will be a presence of reserve food materials which are embedded inside the chloroplast, and they look like a flower structure, and these embedded structures are called as reserve food materials, and in case of general condition, it is starch granules, and this structure is called as a pyrenoid. So idanna enanta karitivi, pyrenoid anteli heltivi. Normally a reserve food material will be present in the cell. So idu ಒಂದು reserve food material ಯಾವ್ದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, starch. But inside the chloroplast, an embedded structure which resembles the flower-like appearance, and that is called as pyrenoid, and this is a special property of a chlorophycean members. So in case of chlorophyceae, which is the reserve food material embedded in the chloroplast anteli one mark question keltare. Answer is pyrenoid. Artha agidiyala regarding reserve food material and also the pyrenoid. So regarding chlorophyceae, we have completed the few of the characteristic feature. Pause this video and write down the all information which are required and are bold. We'll move to the next in a minute. Pause ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀರಿ. Because we are discussing about the chlorophyceae. So when we come to the flagella, as I said about locomotory structure, in case of Chlorophyceae, the flagella number will be varying and it may 1 to 4. Number of flagella will be 1 to 4. And later you can find the presence of free living nature. Free living nature in some of organisms where they are not possessed with the flagella and they can move freely, and those organisms are called as free living one, and they are present in occurrence anta bandaga or where they are present, habitat anta heltaga. Habitat is completely aquatic, and in that majority of the Chlorophycean members are fresh water algae. So ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ fresh water algae ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ. And later the group of organisms, so here the group of Chlorophycean members will be either epiphytic. Epi ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂತ, ಫೈಟಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. You can find the presence of growth of algae on tree trunk. ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ, ಟ್ರೀ ಟ್ರಂಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೆಳೆದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಾರ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀ ಆರ್ ವುಡನ್ ಲಾಗ್ಸ್, ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವುಡನ್ ಲಾಗ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಇದು ಕಟಿಂಗ್ ಶಾಪ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ವುಡ್ ಕಟಿಂಗ್ ಶಾಪ್ಗಳಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವುಡನ್ ಲಾಗ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆನ್ ಟ್ರೀ ಟ್ರಂಕ್ ಆರ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬಾರ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ದಿ presence of some of the algae. Those type of organisms are called as epiphytic, right? So understood about this. And next one, epizoic. So here epi means on and zoo means animals. Animals ಮೇಲೆಗಡೆ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತವೆ. Those few group of algal groups which can grow on the organism's body, and those organisms are shells. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಚಿಪ್ಗಳ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳೆದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಶೆಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆಗಡೆ ಬೆಳೆದಿರೋ ಆಲ್ಗೆನ ಎಪಿಜೋಯಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಸ್ಲಾತ್ ಬೀರ್, ರೈಟ್? And next you can find the same type of algae which grow inside the organism's body, and that is called as endozoic algae. Example, Zoochlorella, right? So regarding where endo means inside, zoo andre animals, inside the animal's body there will be a growth of algae. Example, Zoochlorella, right? So last one, parasitic. Some algae will grow parasitically and they show the parasitic nature, and the host organism here will be tea plants or maybe pepper plants. Black pepper ಕೇಳಿದಿರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಪೆಪ್ಪರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ, right? So based on the way they are present, habitat ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, they are almost aquatic and are fresh water. And the same habitat we have discussed over here, epiphytic which grow on tree trunk or on the bark, epizoic which grows on shells, sloth beers, like that. And endozoic means which grow inside the organism body, example Zoochlorella. And parasitically growing organism which get the host organism from tea plant or maybe pepper plants. So regarding the habitat we discussed, and we'll directly move on to the one more concept, that is reproduction. We'll go that in detail in the next session, and along with that we need to find out the understanding of different stages of plant body, life cycle na observe ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.